So what is the best way to do this class? Well, when you get to our home page, you want to right mouse click and open it in a new tab, the course material and schedule. And you can see that we start out with hardware, but then the important part here is the first assignment, which is assembly language. And what you want to do is work your way through all these lessons. And how do you do that? Well, I explain everything here, and this is basic explaining. Now this right here shows how to do opcodes. And what you should do, this is adding 3 and 5 together. That's all it does. And you should open up Notepad or any text editor on your computer. It's opening now. And then write it out. Now, the P1 through P5 you don't have to have, but you should be writing out this. And while you're doing it, think about what it is that you're trying to do, like input the number 3 to memory location number 1, um, and then 5 to M2. And in this lesson here, it walks you through all that. But you have to be typing it out in order for it to work correctly. And then just keep working through each one. So here's another one. This one's adding 3 numbers together. And again, I show you what the opcodes are and operands. So you want to, oh, there it is. So what you want to do is you want to actually open up Notepad, and then you want to go ahead and input 3 to M1 so that you understand and think about it. What is it that that means? And again, I explain that in the videos. So if you want, you actually can type it while I'm explaining it. That might be a better way than doing it from the actual text. So I have it both ways in each of the lessons. You can either do it by text or do it by that. And then you have to write the JavaScript. So the JavaScript is underneath it somewhere. Here it is. So here's the JavaScript. And for that, you want to open up HTML-Kit, put in the script tags, and then type out the JavaScript to see if you can make it work. And you can do it all lowercase. Uppercase is a pain in the neck. So you would actually write out this. Now these are all comments, so you just write this on there, and then you hit preview and see if it comes up with the correct answer. So those are the 2 tools you will use in the first lesson, the Notepad and HTML-Kit. You can also use the online JSDO, those for Mac people, but you can do it with if you have a Windows computer also. Just need to get rid of everything but the script tags, or get rid of everything, Control A, and then delete, and then write in your script tags. That's probably easier than trying to, just like you would with HTML-Kit. And with this, it's the same. You would type in. So here I'm just going to document.write. All right, so this is how we output, and you'll see that in the script. And I just do hello world. And then when I run the code, it shows hello world over here. So that's what you want to do. Either use JSDO or use HTML-Kit for the same thing. So here I would do the same thing. It works the same in both of the pieces of software. And then here we just hit preview, and there's hello world. So either use HTML-Kit or JSDO. When we get to the next set of lessons, here we go. So that's what you should do for each of these. Type out the opcodes and operands and type out the JavaScript and see if they work. Where would you save them to? Well, I have given you you should have downloaded the software that gives you 114, and it has an assignments here. So in assignment 1, I would add a new folder and call this lessons. And then in here, I would add a new folder and do lesson 1. And then when I finished writing my code, I would do File, Save. I would navigate to that Assignments, Assignment 1, Lesson, Lesson 1, and then I would save this as, say, lesson1.htm. And then you can go back and take a look at your work a little bit later on. So if you set it up that way, I just set this up by assignments, but then if you add lessons and then do each of the lessons in a different folder, it allows you to go back and check on your work. Now, the next one that we have is the problem solving. And in that one, we require 3 different pieces of software. So here I show where to code, and this is simply the same. It's using HTML-Kit or JSDO. But we also have Visual Logic software, which is the flowcharting software that we use. Again, you should work your way through this just to see how it all works, and also how to be able to save your file, because you cannot save it because you're using demo software. But let's take a look at movie ticket number 1. So the first thing we have is a problem statement. Now, what I want you to do is use Notepad++. And here's a link to it on that first lesson. So in the movie ticket lesson, you download, I don't have it downloaded because it's too large to stick in that compressed file, but Notepad++ is what you should be using rather than Notepad. And that's because it keeps track of the names of your stuff. So if I have var first name, I come down here and I want to do an input, and I do first name. So you can see that it allows me to select it. It also allows me to check to see where all of them are. See, so it allows you to check your variable names, and that is gold, because that's the biggest problem students have when they first start out, is having a problem with variable names. So let's go ahead and save this. Okay, so this is assignment 2, new folder. I'm not sure what lesson this is. Lesson 4, just so I can keep track. Where am I? Here we go. So this would be lesson 4 or movie ticket. Whatever way is going to make it easy for you. It might be better doing it that way. And then notice down here it has .all types. So I'm going to do movie ticket problem statement .txt. You have to have that .txt at the end, or it's not going to add an extension to it. Do not come down here and select text file from this list, which is right up here. That somehow screws everything up. So don't do that. Keep it as all files and just add .txt to the very end, and then save it, and you won't have any problem. If you save it the other way with the putting the .txt automatically on there, so file, save as. So if you use this drop down and do normal text file and then do it that way, for some reason, it won't allow you to upload it to D2L. So do not do this. And then I do the same thing after I do my problem statement using Notepad++. And again, I would come down here. You should try to do it yourself, but in the beginning, you're not going to be able to because you're not sure. But here we go. So here we have it. This is the problem statement. Everything is nicely cameled. As you're typing it, you should look to see where I got each of these. And of course, I'm explaining it right here. So again, if you want to type it while you're doing the, while I'm talking to you in the video, that would be fine also. And then we have the flow chart. And again, you should create the flow chart and you should save you can't save the flow chart. Let's go in here and take a look at the flow chart. So if I create an assignment, and this is name, and then Tom, just want to put something in it. I can't save this because I'm in demo mode, unless you want to pay $100 to get out of demo mode. Instead, you're going to click on View, Create Flowchart Meta File, and that's going to make a picture of it. So let's go back into Ace Drive, course files, assignments. This is for assignment 2. Lesson movie ticket, and then I would do movie ticket, ticket flowchart, and it's going to automatically put the .emf at the end. And now we have a picture of it. And then again, you should open up here. Once you've got your flowchart working, you should go down and then do the JavaScript. And again, I have the JavaScript here, and I have a video walking you through it. So if you just watch the videos and read the text and then try the assignment, you'll say, oh, I have no idea where to start. But if you type out each of the lessons using the tools of Notepad++, Visual Logic, and either HTML Kit or JSDO, then you'll understand what it is you're doing. You'll be surprised at how much you learn by typing it out versus just watching. So do what all the successful students do, and that is create those folders, type out each lesson. By the time you get to the last lesson, you will know how to do assignment 2 very well. So that's why it's important that you work through. And each of these is the same way. I have all these lessons. You should type them out using all the software so that you have a folder for each and a problem statement, flowchart, and code for each before trying to do that. And what I would do if I was a student is I would do these one a night. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, and then Friday night I can do my assignment and be done with it. I also will review. No. So you should do all these lessons. If you do that, and I get this all the time, and so does Mr. Pontineri, is that a student will not do these or will look through these and not do it, not type anything. Come over here and take a look at the assignment and go, oh, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Well, anytime you say you don't have any idea what you're supposed to do, it lets me know that you haven't done any of these. So don't try to make it a shortcut by saying, well, I'll start with the assignment and work backwards. It won't work. It'll take twice as long and you'll never get it right. You need to do your due diligence, do these lessons using the software that I have provided. And then when you do the lesson, you'll have absolutely no problem whatsoever. And you'll understand everything that you're doing. All right. Well, that is it